Shayna Sager with Casino Enterprise Management, and I'm at Indian Gaming 2012. Right now I am at WMS's booth, and I am spending some time with Dean Ehrlich, the Vice President of Gaming Operations. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And how is the show going for you so far? Let's start by talking about that.
Show's going great. You know, when you take a look at it from a WMS perspective, we just have a tremendous amount of product, and it's really trying to get our customers to see all the differentiation that we continue to provide and try to make sure that they digest and understand what our value proposition is and why we're doing what we're doing, and making sure that at the end of the day, when they walk out of the show after seeing all the different collaborations of product, that they understand why we're doing what we're doing and the benefits that it'll bring to their respective properties.
I know we want to talk about a few specific products, but before we get into that, I'm wondering what your main message is to attendees here about your role with tribal gaming.
So with our role with tribal gaming, it's all about partnerships, right? It's all about making sure to create win-win situations for customers and ourselves, and to provide the best products and make sure that for the amount of money that they spend on acquiring all these different products, that they get the biggest bang for the buck. It's got to be accretive to what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, and if we could deliver that, I think we do in fact create a win-win situation.
Okay, and so right now we're standing here in front of Aladdin and the Magic Quest, which just in our time here at your booth, a lot of people have been looking at. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this game?
So a couple of the key takeaways, without getting into extraordinarily incredible detail, is that our game is processed by our new CPU Next 3 platform. So what does that mean? It gives us the capability to do more on the screen, on the display, than we've been able to do on our previous platforms. It can control and put together, like for example, we have our Bose 2.0 chair. So for those that are familiar with WMS, we've had for the lack of a better description, a sound chair for a few years. And really the next generation brings into the concept of motion. Obviously, for those that are enduring to a motion experience, it's there, but for those that may not be, we have settings that allow patrons to play as they're accustomed to on our other respective sound chair type products. So if you take a look at more horsepower in a CPU, new sound chair, a pretty simple concept in terms of player understands it's a top box type game with several different bonuses. It really truly allows that respective patron to go on a magic carpet ride to various different scenarios, allows them to have an experience that they're pretty accustomed to from WMS.
I think one thing that really stands out about this game is the imagery, both in the game and then even above. It kind of stands out on the floor here. Do you want to talk about that at all?
You know, one of our core competencies is definitely differentiating ourselves from a product standpoint and staying ahead of the curve, which when you take a look around, the competition has done, I think, a pretty good job of bringing out some pretty unique stuff. Our challenge on a day-to-day basis is to make sure that we do everything in our power to continue to differentiate from what else is out there and provide a value to the player. And one of the things that, you know, obviously it's built into the play mechanic of a game, it's built into the math, and it's also aesthetically, you know, what appeals to a player and what can draw them in, you know, soon and right off the bat. And then after that, it's all incumbent upon the game to do what it's supposed to do.
And you have some other examples of that we want to take a look at too. So should we move on over to Royal Series?
Let's do it.
And now we are over here taking a look at Royal Series, which has a brand new cabinet for WMS. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what makes this game and its new cabinet special?
So if you separate it out and talk about the cabinet first, the BB2E has what we call our experience design lighting attached to it. So slightly different than the current BB2 cabinet that's out in the marketplace. The E interrelates also with the play mechanic of the game as well. So certain combination and things that happen within a game also translate into different lighting scenarios and so forth with it that is embedded within our software.
And how about some of the Royal Series features that really stand out here that people are taking a look at?
So on the Royal Series side of it, you know, the thing, just to date back a little bit, WMS has always been put out the entertaining product that's got this selectable bonus round oriented type feel, and it's really aimed at a traditional, more I want an entertainment value type experience. And what what the Royal Series does is focuses a little bit more on the core gambler, somebody that wants to play the game, get an award delivered to them, and then move on. One of the other core features about this is that we have a multi-level progressive, but normally on our for sale side of the universe, it's usually just standalone only, and this is one of our first linked bank progressives that are within a standard base game family. So changing it up with little nuances such as that, but really delivering a very simple, elegant experience that allows the player to understand exactly what they're into when they put their money into this game.
And when people walk away from this show in a couple of days, what other innovations kind of moving forward do you want them to know about? Whether that be, I know you have some market research news, some network solution news. What else do you want to share with people?
I would tell you that the key takeaways would be is that so there's a here and now, and then there's a focus on the future. I would tell you the here and now is more math models that we've done this current fiscal year and beyond. If you take a look at it from a number standpoint, what we've done this year is as much as we've done the prior 3 years. So more focus on content, focus on platforms, focus on play mechanic differentiation. And then when it comes to the future, you talk about from a network solutions side is how do you distribute content as fast as possible onto a casino floor without moving heaven and earth from a customer standpoint to do conversions in a traditional sense. And these are the things that we're thinking about, because if you're spending the money to deliver the content, you also want to make sure that the throughput is there so we could help our customers, work with our customers to manage their floor to the best of their ability and utilize all the content that we're developing. So it's thinking from that mindset, and how do you maximize. You talked earlier about what the partnerships are all about, and I think really it's working with our customers to make sure they can get the best content in the appropriate volumes on their respective floors to optimize their revenues.
Well, I'd like to just thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on a busy year and a busy show.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
And then for those of you who would like to learn more about everything going on here at Indian Gaming 2012, be sure to visit casinoenterprisemanagement.com.